Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start today's episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me. So thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro. And we are back. Big shout out to Noral Toyota. We really do appreciate your ongoing support. As everybody at home knows, I don't introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than myself. So can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
My name is Chari Santos. I'm the owner and president of Sunrise Services.
Okay.
And at the same time, one of the board directors of Philippine Canadian Association.
Okay, so where do we start? Let's talk about your business first. What's that all about?
Okay, Sunrise Services Incorporated is we're doing school marketing, and we're one of the agency in Keanu College. We're processing, assisting international students.
Oh, okay.
Also, we're helping local students anywhere here in Canada about processing and assessments of student loans, and we encourage people to back to education, especially we're focusing on the grade 12 students because we are aware that grade 12 students, like after their schooling, they just what do you call this, like applying for the job, and they rush to earn money.
Mm-hmm.
But what we do is like we encourage them, like, why don't you guys have another year or 2 years to prepare more for yourself in the future so that you can get a better job, right?
Yeah.
There's no rush for doing like a job. I know some students, especially if the students like experience like have a part-time job and start earning money,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're focusing about like, when I finish the grade 12, I'm gonna go full-time first.
Right.
So we always encourage them, like, yes, you can earn money, but there's more future, like good futures when you finish another year. Right? No rush.
Mm-hmm.
And the second persons that we talk to is all the single moms, especially moms
Mm-hmm.
who's staying at home, and then sometimes being a mom, they say, oh, I have to stock on my kids, especially if they have 2 to 3 kids, and
Mhm.
they say like, oh, I'm not able to do like sometimes the anxiety about it, and then depressions about, they think like they stuck on the home
Right.
because of the kids around, especially if they have a children about small kids. But we encourage them, like, well, maybe this is the right time to do as a mom. At the same time, prepare for yourself in the future, like
Right.
by enrolling yourself in education. And we have taken advantage of the benefits like we have in government, like allowing us to do the student loan, and also like when the kids start doing the school or they start growing up, at least you're prepared. You have a good foundation for yourself. Like you can enroll, like for example, if you enroll for college of business administration.
Yeah, big ups to big administration. I took that at Keanu College. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, and some of the, don't get me wrong, some of us like we get married, we never finish the grade 12.
Right.
Or for example, we finish the grade 12, and then that's why I think that's why I said no rush of going to school, because when you grade 12, you meet someone, you get married, you get pregnant, you get family, and you forget yourself.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, like I love being a mom. I have 2 kids too. But the thing is, like, this is the right time when your children is small. It's like prepare for yourself too,
Mm-hmm.
so that when they grow up, we all know if the kids is grown up, they're all gone, right?
Yeah.
So at least you're not left behind. You can.
Right.
This is the time for you to explore yourself too by applying for a job, because you're equipped. You have education now. You have
Mhm.
diploma. yeah, so that's the second persons we encourage to go back to school, and the third persons we encourage to school is like the ages of 50s up.
Okay.
It's not too late to go, because sometimes we heard a lot of story about same age with me, like, oh, I have regrets, I didn't go back to school, like I did not finish my schooling, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not too late.
Right.
Education is always a continuous learning, and even though like, oh, I'm too old for there's some saying like, I'm too old for the study, it's other things like sometimes it's very helpful for too, because sometimes if you're growing old in the age, you're thinking about you're waiting for your time. So there's a people like I spoke with like that, like I'm waiting for my time, I have nothing to do, I feel useless,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I'm waiting for my time to die. But no,
Right.
we encourage them like, no, like there's a lot of things you can do. Number one is one of this is education. Enroll in online. If you shy to go back to school on the university or college, we have online schooling.
Mm-hmm.
At least you can have a good exercise for your mind. You have something to do, and not only that, some people after like encourage them to enroll, they're happy. They come back to us. Oh, Charles, thank you so much. I met a lot of people.
That's
It's not only
right.
education. A lot of people. You will sometimes it's late to discover your skills,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So these three kind of persons that we focus on.
Yeah.
And then with the help of the government, student loan, I mean, like a loan is loan, I know, but I think it's very beneficial for you and helps you financially too,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's one of the services of Sombrero is marketing, school marketing.
Yeah.
And then about the international, we help the Kiano. Last time we attended the Kiano meeting in Shell Place. Though we're looking for the 1,000 international students. Now it's more than that, right?
Yeah, now they have way more than 1,000 international students.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's good for our community, like our economic here in Fort McMurray.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So when our role as an agency in Piano College, we assist them, we help them out. What's the best courses to fit on their credentials,
Mm-hmm.
and also when they come here, we pick them up at the airport. We help the Piano if there's nobody to pick them up, especially if they have no family here. We assist them how to get the social insurance number, how to do the banks and everything, and find a home for them. And we introduce them to YMCA, so that sometimes if you don't have family in Fort McMurray, you feel alone, and we want them not to feel like that.
That's right.
You're in a good city, so yeah,
That's so
you choose a good
nice.
city about it.
Oh, you have a cool job. You're helping a lot of people.
Yeah, and we learn a lot from them too.
Yeah, no doubt. My mom, she just had her 70th birthday this weekend. Big happy birthday to my mom.
Birthday.
But she used to be an instructor at Keanu College in the Bob Lam Center.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And she was somebody who went back to school. Like my mom went back to school when I was like, I think between the ages of like 11 and 12, give or take. And so she went back to school, went to Keanu, upgraded her skills, and then she actually became an instructor herself. So it was
Wow.
one of those things like you're
Yeah, it's
describing. Like
amazing,
she was
yeah.
an administrator who like worked as a secretary when she first
Mhm.
moved to Fort McMurray. She had 3 children, and she had this skill set prior to, but as we grew up a little bit, she wanted to get back into the workforce. So that's what she did. She was able to go back, increase her skills, and then really elevate what she ended up doing.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about it, and why I bring it up, is, like you said, you meet friends. So she just
Yeah.
turned 70, and her birthday party was full of people that had been former students or
That's
educators.
nice, right?
And so my mom is an immigrant. She's from Guyana, South
Yeah.
America. Both my parents are. And so by going to school, by teaching, it really has like fostered a community
Yeah.
around her. So like what
And you
you're doing is cool.
discover a lot of things about yourself too
Yeah.
that you didn't realize. Like sometimes you're not content that you're looking for something, like you don't know what you're looking for,
Right.
and then once you found it, and then someone introduced to you, you're happy about it,
Mhm.
right? Oh, I can do this. I didn't know I can do this.
Yeah.
You will tap yourself like a good job.
Yeah,
Right?
there
Something
you
like that,
go.
right?
Did you tap your phone a little while ago? I did catch that. Okay, Tanner tapped his phone a little while ago. That means he's ready for his segment. His segment's called the Mac City Minute. But before we jump into that, we're going to throw to an ad from Carrie from Patchouli Rose. Carrie, take it away. And we are back. Thank you, Carrie. We do appreciate your ongoing support. Tanner, hit her with the Mac City Minute.
Alrighty, question number 1 for you today. What is one dish you enjoy eating you think more people should try?
What's one dish
that I want to...
That you eat that you think more people should try?
Oh, okay. Because I'm Filipino, so I like adobo. So one of my favorite, I know. And then I just noticed like it's adopt of different nationality too, especially if they have a spouse as a Filipino, they like it. Because it's hard to explain the taste. I know when you see it's cooking, it's only like soy sauce and then garlic, but I think it's the way you cook it. It's special. There's something special about it that it's hard to explain, but I like adobo.
Question number 2. What is one thing you love most about raising your children in Fort McMurray?
Oh, the most I like it is because my kids, my when we moved here, we based on Calgary, and I moved here like 13 years ago. And I first is like my kids doesn't like here. Is they feel like it's boring because we came from the busy city in Calgary. And the most thing like they like it now is different other cities. Like they feel they like a family. Like everybody like everybody knows you and help you. Compared to the big city, like you feel like nobody care about you. But in Fort McMurray, even like simple persons from the small persons to big persons like council, they always help you. And also not only that, the associations in Fort McMurray, just like us in here, if we have something to be helped, like there's lots of people reaching out. Oh, how can I help you? That's the most thing like. And even it's not only me; it's my kids like it because you feel the love in Fort McMurray.
There you go.
Question number 3. What is one hobby you have that you enjoy doing?
Oh, my hobby. Honestly, in my age right now, my hobby is like we have a little podcast like this, but in the Filipino community.
Oh, cool.
Yes, we call that the Ibulong Mo Kay Kapitana, which is I recently discovered that because I just started that because people like in our community, they always calling me, oh, what are we gonna do? How can we help us? That's so I came out like in a comedy podcast, like we pretending like a little chairman or we call that chairman. Like Kapitan is a chairman.
Okay.
In English, and it's got a kind of mayor thing, but it's a small position. So what I do is like yesterday we popped in on the Porok Lake, the new self-serve photography in the Morrison.
Okay.
So we introduce it. We help the Filipino community, Filipino businesses to introduce their business in the way of like podcast we visit,
Oh,
something
that's
like
cool.
that. So that's my hobby right now, like talking to someone and helping, especially the small businesses in Filipino community. So because sometimes they're shy, so we're kind of like a thick face like be doing it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what my hobby right now, like doing it like this podcast, and at the same time helping the community.
There you go.
Question number 4. What is
Lots
your
of questions.
what is your go-to drink to have with dinner?
Oh, good drink. Okay, so that's what I mentioned before earlier, like helping Filipino businesses. So I love to go to La Mesita because they have every weekends they have a little bar there, and there's a karaoke. Someone's acoustic singer. They're inviting the bands there to serenade you while you're drinking.
Okay.
And also we go to casino for for a little drink there because sometimes there's lots of good shows in Rivers Casino too.
Facts.
Shout out to Rivers Casino. So yeah, so that's the two favorites drinking place that I brought.
And your final question: what is your favorite Fort McMurray activity to participate in?
Oh, participations like recently we're dealing all the fundraising. Okay, so we help SPCA. Now we're helping SPCA too. It's nice to go back to give back to the community. Every time we have a events, we make sure we involve we help our community here, like for our waypoints, our association, Philippine Canadian Association, the BBAC Association. So yeah, so we love volunteerism. So we help our Good Buffalo volunteers. We're part of it. So we did a lot of volunteerism every year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And those have been your 5 questions.
There we go.
Awesome.
You nailed that.
Oh, yes. It's like waiting for what's your next favorite color.
That's right. That's too funny. So, what initially brought you to Canada?
Pardon me?
What initially brought you to Canada?
Oh, first is like honestly maybe this is my destiny because I didn't know I have to come here in Canada. My sister actually applied me as a nanny that she didn't inform me about that.
Really?
So I was surprised. Like I got a letter from the immigrations, like a confirmations of employment, and that time I was I delivered my second baby, and I'm too young, and I really finished my dentistry, and then I ending up like I have only like a short time to finish like caregiver because that time way back 1998, which is my second born is like the only way you can come in Canada is being a caregiver. And not compared right now, there's a lot of way, right? You can be a student, you can be a foreign worker, but before the main is that there's a program in the Canada like live-in caregiver program.
Right.
And so that's to make a story short, I just come here as a caregiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And your sister didn't even tell you.
No, and I have no choice, but it's a lot of it's hard for me to accept it and then let go.
Right.
But I think about my kids, so and then I turn around and like leave my career and my profession. So yeah, and choose caregiver than dentistry.
There you go. Now, how did you get so involved in the community in Fort McMurray, connecting all these puzzle pieces together? When did that take place?
Even I was young, I've been involved in community back home. I am one of the leader in our community. Even I was a teenager, I've been a leader in the school. Everything. I think it's my I know it's hard to explain that. It's my thing. So when I came to Fort McMurray, what I do is like I start reaching out when I see any volunteerism, I join until like I'm helping my Filipino community and anything. I try to. It's not the thing like I know everything, but the thing is like I help them to find a source.
Right.
To solve it, and it's easy to reach out, and then whatever I could give, I give.
Yeah.
As long I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then it's become bigger, and the so.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. No, the Filipino community in this town is huge now.
It is huge.
Huge. Like
Yeah.
I'm born and raised here. Like it was
Yeah.
like we had some Filipinos before, but like now when you go to like Father Merck, like especially
yeah.
like after school, Like, they're all so involved in the after-school programs. You hear that hallway, you are not hearing English. And my wife was the vice principal down at Our Lady of the River downtown a few years ago. And so, like, when I would go down and see stuff going on there, I'm like, wow, this is wild how multicultural, like, and it is at those different schools now.
It's very
beautiful
different.
to see.
It is. That's why we in our podcast there in the Ibalumok kay Kapitana, we introduced the Fort McMurray like way back.
Yeah.
Like I was amazed. I've been here like almost 13 years. First time I go to Heritage Park.
Yeah.
And me and Sharon's like every houses that we went there is so amazing. I was like, oh my God, this is the first airplane. This is the I didn't know there's a train trail here, you know, and we noticed like every street here is the first persons like live here, like for example like the Biggs Avenue, just a name, a person. So I was amazed and I'm so proud. We did this page on Facebook because we introduced in Fort McMurray to those international students.
Right.
Because some people like come to Fort McMurray don't know anything. So that's the way we came out. Okay, let's introduce Fort McMurray. So how it looks, what's way of living here, you know? Because some people like, especially persons that came from the big city, they think like Fort McMurray is boring and you know nothing to do in here.
So much to do.
Yeah, there's lots of things to do here, and I know we're a small city, but it would be a great city.
If you need guests, Elliot's always available.
Yeah. I'd love to be on the show. Yeah, that's very cool. So when it comes to the different volunteer groups, where do you think you're spending the most time?
I just what's a recently big we go?
Our time right now
which?
is on the, because we're focusing now on our production, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, so
Right now we're so
Yeah.
busy
Busy
right
with
now.
the
it's kind of like
Let's talk about that because I know we're running out of time here.
yeah.
So you guys are putting on a show. What's
Yeah, we
the
have
show
to-
all about?
Yeah, I'm so excited to let Fort McMurray people. We have upcoming concert this April. It's got we take it back the 2000 party, Y2K party,
Okay.
and then it's very exciting party because you know we have a pandemic, and I think this is the first big concert in Fort McMurray.
Okay.
And then we came out that Ayas is I know some people doesn't know Ayas, but when you hear the song, I don't want to sing it here because I'm not a good singer,
Okay.
but it's like a sunny and something like that.
Mm.
So try to Google or find in YouTube Ayas, and you will find all his famous song way back 2000.
Okay.
And he's been with famous artists. Also, in this concert, we're gonna have a contest for best outfit, Y2K party outfit.
Okay.
So we'll give away, and overwhelming. That's why I love Fort McMurray. Overwhelming because there's lots of sponsors for raffles, and we're helping two organizations. SPCA, we're helping the Fur Friends to have a 50-50 tickets draw. And one of the sponsors, Macau Imperial Tea and Teakwood, donating 100 stop toys to sell, and half of it is gonna go to SPCA.
Yeah.
And then also we have this Philippine Canadian Associations, we're helping them.
Yeah.
So these two organizations have benefits on that shows, and not only that, if you notice our guests in the our front local artists, we have in Fort McMurray we have lots of local artists, really awesome. They have Aboriginals, ABO, it's called Aboriginals,
Okay.
and we have a All Town Records. We have Noriel, we have a Daisy Mela.
We have Liam.
Everybody knows Daisy Mela.
We have Liam.
And of course we have a 17 years old
Rapper. Yeah.
rapper
It's Liam.
Liam, or Liam Officials. They have a Spotify that.
Yeah.
And also we have a special guest from Edmonton
Ooh.
that can do the dance, which is the
Masmoro, and Mantra movement.
Which was the movement?
Mantra.
Mantra movement.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, it's gonna be a party, and forget one day, whatever you have in your mind. Forget everything. Have
Yeah.
joy, and have a unity, and that is why we gathered everybody. We have Aboriginals, we have Asian, we have Black, we have White. It's a one day unity for everybody.
That's awesome.
Like we're very thankful. Like pandemic, it's we don't worry about pandemic. So yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. That's awesome.
party.
Party. Well, Tanner's tapping his watch. That means we're out of time. But before we cut you loose, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
Okay, again for Pampori, I'm inviting everybody to join us in Y2K party in April 13. IS Live in Fort McMurray, and it's only like $95. Like whoever like this video and everything, you can get a $10 discounts for $85 tickets, and you can reach out in our page, Facebook page, Samuel Services Incorporated, and also like watch us and you belong Kay Kapitana.
There you go. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, for McMurray with Buffalo, the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for tuning in. It does mean the world to me. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Noral Toyota, as well as Carrie from Patchouli Rose and the beautiful people at Coldwell Banker. We really do appreciate your ongoing support. Hope everybody at home is having a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.